had won 27 straight matches, but was beaten by Capriati's persistence and power. Capriati lost today, but under the moon tonight, the stars will come out to determine who will play the Lipton final on Saturday. It's Steffi Graf and Gabi Sabatini tonight in the second semi-final to face Arantxa Sanchez Vicario in the final of the 92 Lipton from the island paradise of Key Biscayne. It's evening here in Key Biscayne. This is the Lipton International Players Championship. We're at the International Tennis Center. Semi-finals day here for the women. Earlier today in this championship, it was Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. And here is Gabriela Sabatini of Argentina taking the court. Behind her, following Steffi Graf of Germany, and they will battle it out to see who plays against Arantxa Sanchez Vicario in the final on Saturday. Very friendly welcome to you, everybody. I'm Cliff Drysdale with Mary Carrillo, and earlier today in the first of two semi-final matches today, it was Arantxa Sanchez Vicario over Jennifer Capriati, that match in straight sets. It was a 6-2, 6-4 victory over Jennifer Capriati, had beaten the #1 seed just a day ago. So that's how things turned out here. You see the final 8, Capriati, Sanchez Vicario, as I said, the winner. Now it's Gabriela Sabatini to play against Steffi Graf to see who plays for the big prize money and, most of all, the title here, Lipton champion for this year. And Mary Carrillo, these two have a long history playing against each other. It started out all Steffi Graf, and then things kind of changed.
They really did. The first 11 times, in fact, that these two played, Steffi Graf won. And the first time Gabriela Sabatini ever beat Steffi was here in Florida. Oddly enough, Cliff, as you can see, you know, the overall lead is certainly to Graf, 21-9. But since the U.S. Open, where Sabatini first showed us all of her new variety and fitness, as you can see, she really, she's turned things around. She's 6-3, including 3 wins here in Florida. In fact, 6 of the 7 times that these two have played in the state of Florida, Sabatini has won. Isn't that strange? We asked Steffi Graf the other day about that, you know, if there was some bizarre toxin that leaches up through the state of Florida and makes it hard for her to beat Gabriela. And what Graf said, she said it's not that. She doesn't feel that there's any real logical reason for it, except that they do play a lot in the state, and that Sabatini's been playing an awful lot better in the last 2 years, and I think she's right.
Not the same surface either. Some of those matches, of course, played on clay, others on a hard court. This year is a hard court. Let's take a look at some of the elements, Mary, as you see it for this match.
Well, I think the domination that Graf held over Sabatini was for 2 reasons. That Gabriela was actually very predictable, and that she used to peter out in the end, even when she used to play Graf close. Remember, Cliff, she used to, by the 3rd set, even if she took it into a 3rd set, then she'd run out of gas. That is no longer true. You see her taking her volleys, and this is what she's done that's really turned things around for her whole career, really, in the last couple of years. She's willing to come up to net. She's willing to be aggressive from everywhere on the court. And again, I think her increased physical fitness keeps her around in these matches.
On the other hand, Steffi Graf, well, what kind of a mood is she in? Her mood seems to be good, but as far as her game is concerned, well, she's making far too many errors at this point.
That's all right. I feel the same way. I think she has to play an awful lot better than she has shown here this week at the Lipton in an effort to, in order to beat Sabatini. She's got a very high-risk game, and it has to be on. And frankly, it has been on and off for the last week. She's gotten her way into the semis. She's going to really have to pull it together, because she's going to make a lot. She can make a lot of errors, and she's got to back that up with enough winners to get by Sabatini.
Well, what do you think finally, when all is said and done, Mary? Is she going to do it or not?
I give the edge to Sabatini, Cliff, only because Gabby has been playing a lot more solidly all week long. As I said, we know how dangerous Graf can be, but she hasn't shown it yet. She'd have to really pull things together.
I'm going to go along with that, in spite of the fact that Steffi Graf won a tournament last week. Well, this is semi-final women's day here at the Lipton International Players Championship, and our coverage today is being brought to you by Lipton Iced Tea. This is refreshment that's one of a kind. This is Lipton Tea Time. By Adidas Equipment, everything that is essential and nothing that's not. By Bud Light, everything else is just a light. And by by ESPN Home Video, producers and distributors of Maximizing Your Tennis Potential. Available at video and retail stores nationwide. Gabriela Sabatini, Steffi Graf in the second of two semi-final matches today. They will play for a place against Arantxa Sanchez in the final.
Meatloaf tonight? Put an alarm clock in your pantry. Then you won't forget the Lipton Recipe Soup Mix. With its special blend of seasonings and toasted onions, your meatloaf will wake 'em up. Add Lipton Recipe Soup Mix. It's too good to forget.
This is Lipton's tea time. This is the taste. This is the cool of a satisfied face. This is refreshment that's one of a kind. This is Lipton tea time. So clean, so crisp, the taste sublime. This is Lipton tea time. Lipton.
Hamburgers tonight? Leave yourself a note. Then you won't forget the Lipton Recipe Soup Mix. Its special blend of seasonings and toasted onions make burgers a big hit. Add Lipton Recipe Soup Mix. It's too good to forget.
Adidas Equipment, a new line of performance footwear.
Next time you need a hotel, think twice.
Embassy Suites.
2 big rooms, 1 big suite,
Embassy Suites.
a place to work, a place to play.
Embassy Suites.
Breakfast is free. Evening beverages too.
Embassy Suites.
Think twice. Twice the hotel. Call 1-800-EMBASSY.
Because of the length of tonight's match, we're going to join the match in the latter stages of the first set. Gabriela Sabatini drew first blood, but then Steffi Graf broke twice. And when we join the match, Steffi Graf leads 5-2 first set. 1:46 is the time now in Central Europe. It's AM, so it is kind of
That's
late.
cruel
down
time.
there. Right.
Ready for play, please.
Of course, this coverage is going to Germany.
That's exactly what time all the East Coasters will be
Just
watching
about.
this one. Unbelievable, huh? That not looking too good when she misses her first serve is Sabatini. We talked about the attackable second serve. I'm continually amazed at how few players seem able to really do something with the second ball from Sabatini on serve.
Game point Sabatini. She's trying to get back here 5-2 down. Have one more chance to break serve. Really bad unforced error off the forehand side there from Steffi Graf. It's 5-3. Now Sabatini will serve for the first set.
It's what we've been saying about Graf. She's done this all week long. She's been running hot and cold. Osvaldo. Pitcher sitting right behind him. That's Gabby's mom. Peter and Heidi Graf. Steffi's parents.
5-3. Wide. Crucial couple of points coming up. 15 all. Pleasant playing conditions tonight, and the tennis quality of the tennis has reflected it. By hitting the ball very hard.
Graf isn't being given the straightforward pace that she really likes. And when she plays well, she's going for winners. Sabatini isn't giving her exactly the kind of ball she likes to hit. That last one, for instance, she hit a very low backhand and didn't make it.
Good play from Sabatini, just attacking the serve, coming right in backhand side, covering the net, and Graf didn't get the ball over the net, didn't even make her make the volley that time, so this is break point.
You want a nice clean ball if you're Steffi Graf. Sabatini's been hitting heavy topspin, heavy slice as well. 98-mile-an-hour serve caught Sabatini off the hip. One break point gone.
2 of 3 and 1 of 4 for Sabatini. Another chance. Oh, called long, and it's deuce.
Oh boy, again, Sabatini did the right thing. She followed a heavy slice with a heavy topspin. And that topspin, believe me, was not out by much.
Yeah, well, you can't really tell, but I tell you what, it looked when she hit it from up here, and we were a long way away. Let me caution you on that. I'll stop calling them from up here, but it looked to me like clipped the line. Deuce. Fourth deuce game of this first set. Set point. Yes, she got it. Very athletic, Steffi way, she got back to that one and executed the shot. So as much trouble as she was in trying to win her last two serve games, she ended up doing just that and has won the first set.
Excuse me, do you know what stock options are?
I wish I did.
When is the weak dollar good for business?
Good? I don't know.
The world of finance and investing can be pretty confusing unless you call for this, the Wall Street Journal's video guide to money and markets. It explains the markets in clear, simple English and brings them to life. This exclusive 30-minute video is free when you call for 13 weeks of the Wall Street Journal for just $37, over 20% off the newsstand price. Subscribe to the Journal and get a daily view of the whole world of business and how it affects you. Information you know you should know. Call now, and you'll be ready next time someone asks you, are munis always a safe investment?
I'm not sure.
Call toll-free 800-642-7400 for 13 weeks of the Wall Street Journal and your free video on money and markets. That's 800-642-7400.
6 games to 3. Steffi Graf, the #2 player in the world, over Sabatini in the first set. Later today, or tomorrow, depending on where you are in this great country of ours, you could see at 1 p.m. live coverage of Jim Courier, the #1 player in the world, taking on Michael Chang. Both of them, of course, from the USA. Chang, the #6 seed in this championship. And then at 1 a.m., so about the same time that you're watching this, a little earlier, tomorrow,
1 day later,
Plasek and Mancini will play for the second semi-final place. Courier and Chang. And that is going to be a terrific match. Jakob Plasek, Alberto Mancini. Plasek's from Switzerland, Mancini from Argentina. Remember, he played Davis Cup for Argentina against the U.S. in a losing effort on the big island of Hawaii at the Manalani Hotel. First round of the Davis Cup. Second round of the Davis Cup next weekend here on ESPN against Czechoslovakia. First game, second set.
Right from the start, again, as she did in the first game of the first set, Graf tried to take it to Sabatini at the net, but not well enough.
15-all.
Years old, and Graf is 22. Oh, yeah. That was a great shot because there's a little wind up there. She hit that as clean as a whistle. Steffi Graf won a tournament last week here in Florida, Virginia Slims of Florida. By the way, she has never lost to anybody except Gabi Sabatini.
Go figure, huh? hanging around in the air, just kind of laying up there. Sabatini wasn't too close to the net watch, so she figured she had to muscle it a little bit, and she overplayed it. Look where she makes the volley from right around the service line. She wasn't in good position. She really thought she had to do more than just steer it into the court.
Break point.
Much better position, wasn't it, that time? And she had a little bit more pace to work with. It helps to be positionally correct. And that, I think, Cliff, if Graf were to understand that a little bit better, she'd be making more comfortable volleys. Like right there. You know, she was still moving as she tried to make this shot. If she had stopped herself, made a nice solid split step, she wouldn't look so rushed. It wasn't a bad shot to approach on, but watch, she's still moving as she's trying to make this volley. And that's difficult. That's not an easy thing to do. You see, if she were to get there and stop, punch the volley, and then continue forward, she'd have more control. It'll come, though, if she's willing to do that in this big a match. I almost feel, Cliff, in a way, maybe this is overstating the case, but I feel it would be better for Graf to lose this match from the net than to win it from the baseline. So I honestly feel that in this year, and that's Sabatini's first double fault, in this year of women's tennis, Graf finally has decided that she needs more game. And the only way you gain confidence is to have a big win in a big match. Heinz Gunhard has been trying to tell her this kind of stuff.
She has just got to build on her game, doesn't she? She's played the same way for so long, and now, as you mentioned earlier, others have caught up with her. Deuce, first game, second set.
She's being helped out by Sabatini tonight, by the way. Gabby is spraying shots that really, I mean, she's not being terribly pressured by some of these shots, and she's missing them. Normally a lot more consistent off the ground.
Breaks point.
She doesn't go for as much, and she hits with more spin.
Badly unforced her that time off the backhand side. Again, she wasn't going for anything and hit it wide nevertheless. Deuce again.
And again, she sure would like a couple of volleys back, Sabatini, when she really could have ended it. She just kind of poked one of her volleys back into the court and gave Steffi another swing. There's very little between these two, even though Graf has secured the first set. All of these points are weighty.
Steffi Graf, and she has a break. First break of the second set. First game, in fact. And first set to Graf, 6 games to 3. Watch it again and see how Graf made this break point work for her on the passing shot. We'll be back.
From a distance, every airline looks the same. A plane is a plane is a plane. On closer inspection, you'll find there's one airline that offers more than just a warm smile and a cold drink. Lufthansa. We offer something that can't be taught, but comes from within. We like to think of it as a passion, one that ensures you the best flying experience possible. Lufthansa. A passion for perfection.
methodology will not be